welcome back. We're back with some fresh content, new ideas, and we're ready to go.
We're starting off with a what do you want to call it?
Probably basic.
Basic, but you know, we got some other ideas. Where it's not just podcasts 24/7.
We're a football channel. We have to get this video out.
Yeah,
we have to. But yeah, so today we're doing our Premier League 2020-2021 predictions.
Arsenal to win the league.
Quite controversial, I guess.
Controversial.
Did you just say Arsenal to win the league? Ah, for goodness
wish.
sake! What a start.
I wish.
So yeah, we're doing Premier League predictions. But please make sure to subscribe, give this video a like, comment things you may like us to do in the future, and try not to hate us if we predict your team to get relegated.
Oh yeah, click that notification bell because we're not doing scheduled uploads anymore.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So stay notified. You know that little bell next to the red button.
Yeah, hit the red button and the bell. Hit 'em
So
both.
I think we're going to start with Tom.
I think we'll explain what we're doing first.
Yeah, so
We'll do from 10th position. They did average.
the standards.
And then we'll go downwards to the relegation, and then as soon as we've done from 10 to 20, we'll do 9 to 1. And
Do you want to go Tom, me, Zach? So you start with your 10th.
I'm not
Tom,
Zach.
me, Zach.
Oh,
You're Zach, you plum.
same thing.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Right, so we'll start off with 10th position. I put Wolves finishing 10th
Really?
purely
Okay.
because I think they've had 2 great seasons.
Yeah.
And I don't, to be honest, I don't think they're gonna be anything special really this season. I think they'll have a couple good wins against like the top 6.
Yeah.
But I think they've only signed one player. I think it was Porto, 40 euros or something like that.
I can't remember.
But that's it really. And I think I can see Raul Jimenez leaving next season
Really?
if
I
he
think
doesn't get the service.
I think if they don't, sorry, I'm just looking at mine at the same time. I think if they don't get like Europa League
This season,
this season, yeah, I think he will go next summer.
that's Jimenez, yeah.
Yeah, I think a few players might leave because I mean, Wolves are sort of in that bracket where they're doing okay, but they're not really doing anything either.
Yeah,
They're in a good position, but they're not really doing anything with it. There's no progression. So
So I went for Wolves 10th. Now, what about you, Zach?
In 10th position, I've gone Southampton.
Yeah.
I think they'll make. I think they'll just make sort of top 10. I think they'll be better than last season. I think they could get off to a decent start and continue that throughout the season.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
David, then who's your?
I've gone for Everton
Okay.
in 10th.
Obviously,
just signed James and Alan.
and Decore.
And Decore, yes,
Watford.
I haven't seen that one
Their
yet. But
midfield is going to
I've
be
seen that.
sick this season.
yeah, I think Ancelotti's done the business well. I think he's looked at what he needed to bring in, and he's brought in a good player in Hammers. I've not really seen Alan that much, but I think definitely Decore
He's solid, yeah.
a decent player as well.
But the thing is, though, Everton are known for signing top quality players, but they don't end up doing well.
Yeah,
got
I mean
Sky-
that's sort of why I put them in 10th. Like, I don't really like. They've got better players. I think they'll be more comfortable. Excuse me. I think they'll be more comfortable, like winning games and seeing games out.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to take it anywhere.
If I was a player, I would love to be managed under Ancelotti. He's
Definitely.
one of the best.
Yeah.
So I don't see why.
Definitely.
Obviously, he's got a soft spot for Rodriguez.
Mm.
So that'd be quite interesting.
Nice one. So you've gone
Wolves.
Wolves, Southampton, and Everton.
Now moving on to the 11th position, I've gone for Sheffield United.
Mhm.
Second
Wow.
season syndrome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, their goal threat. Obviously, they struggled. They didn't score a lot of goals last season, and what's his name, McGoldrick, and McBurney had
Shaw.
a right season, but I don't think they're going to get the goals really.
I
Fair
think a
enough.
lot of their midfielders were scoring goals. I think
Yeah.
John Lundstrom, Fleck.
Yeah.
And I think the big blow is Dean Henderson. They
Definitely.
brought in Ramsdale, which is okay, I would say.
I'm not going to lie. I think that's a bit of a
Downgrade.
downgrade.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a massive downgrade.
I think
100%.
definitely.
You're signing a goalkeeper that's been relegated, and he was started for
I
Bournemouth.
think
But I reckon he's got potential.
He could have
he
potential,
can be,
but
I mean, for a keeper, if I was a manager, Oh,
But,
excuse
yeah.
me. Yeah,
Don't
no,
worry,
sorry,
it's
sorry.
not COVID. COVID's a
But
contact. It's
yeah, so
it's
obviously Wolves, Sheffield United, they finished 8th last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
So
around
I'd
that.
be wanting to sign a
Something like
keeper from a top 8 side. I think.
maybe second keeper kind of from,
Yeah.
from like Chelsea or like United, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sheffield United 11th. They're not going to do well this season. Average.
Fair enough.
11th place for me is also Sheffield United.
Oh, okay.
I agree with what Tom has said. There's not much to say because we've just talked about them, but 11th place Sheffield United for me.
I've gone for Crystal Palace in 11th.
Ha.
I think
Uh-huh.
mid-table. I think if they can keep hold of Zaha, I think
I think they will.
they will. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if they can put a good string of results together, I think they can do better.
Thing is though, it's boring Roy Hodgson football.
It is, but
yeah.
sometimes football has to be boring to do the job. That's the
I
thing.
don't think
Like
they'll do the
it
job,
can't
though.
be champagne football all the time. Like sometimes it's literally like watching the England games last night, or especially the Iceland game. England literally just managed to ride their luck and just play out one of the most boring games I've ever seen England play.
So
and
Crystal
especially with
Palace
Denmark
11th.
as well.
Yeah.
Yes, so
that's a
Crystal
strange
Palace. I'm going for 11th.
So now I've gone for 12th. 12th position. Well, of course I've
Well,
gone
of course, go 12.
for great. I've gone for Leeds United
Really?
Ooh.
for 12th. I think they'll do well this season. Obviously they've signed Rodrigo. I think that's a good sign. Yes,
That's
he's
a
only
great
scored
signing.
what 6 goals for Valencia last season.
I think
it
he'll
was.
fit in with Leeds' squad.
But I think Bamford, he's a good striker, but I don't think he's Premier League quality.
If he got the service, but I don't think he will.
No.
No.
No. And I think especially with Bielsa, I think Bielsa will do. They might have their really good game against, like I said with Wolves, where they might have a really good game against City or Liverpool, but they're going to have like that really good start to the season or mid-season or end of the season, but the rest of the season is going to be up and down kind of thing.
Yeah.
So Leeds United
Yeah.
12th.
12th for me is Newcastle.
Okay.
Pretty standard. That's where they normally finish.
Yeah,
Um,
they shouldn't be
Went
there.
from
really.
trying to sign
they've
Mbappe
made
and
some
they-
decent signings. They've got Callum Wilson and
Ryan
Fraser as
Fraser,
well.
yeah.
I want to talk about that, but when I
Yeah.
Yeah.
mention that.
So yeah, I don't think I like Steve Bruce sort of, but I don't really
Sort of.
see him progressing much for this season.
Fair enough.
12 for me is also Leeds.
Leeds.
Marcelo Bielsa and his bucket. Name a more iconic duo. We'll wait.
Yeah, I think we could have a fairly agreeable positions for our certain teams.
Yeah, I think Leeds. I don't think they're going to be on the same level as Wolves and Sheffield United.
Oh,
they did
no,
first
definitely
season, but
not.
I think they're definitely up there with a shot doing it.
They'll be shocked of how the Premier League's changed.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't-
Wolves and has Sheffield United was Sheffield United out of it longer than Leeds?
They were the kind of Leeds are kind of the similar to Sheffield United where they went down
Mm.
into League One.
I think Marcelo Bielsa will have done his homework. I think he can.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think he'll be able to pull off some definite shock results in there. I think.
Okay, 13th position now. I've gone for Burnley,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they'll do well this season if there's an if they can keep hold of Tarkowski.
Yep.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
McNeil and Sean Dyche. If they keep hold of those three key players and manager, they'll finish 13th this season.
It all depends because this is also being filmed before the end of the transfer window. Clubs may
Yeah.
also you don't know what's going to happen.
And I've heard like Tarkowski wants to leave Burnley to have a chance to get into the Euro squad.
Yeah.
So he could be out after this video goes up.
Who knows?
Who knows? But yeah, I think Burnley are that just shithouse football.
Mm.
As we
Brexit football.
Bricks. Yeah, they're
Is it?
the annoying team that you just can't get around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't break them down.
So yeah, Burnley.
13th, Burnley again.
same.
Similar.
I'm just going to come in here. I've also got Burnley in 13th.
So I think we all agree on that.
Moving on.
I'm just going to mention as well, this might be a bit controversial when I say this, but if Southgate were to get sacked or to leave the England role, there's your man, Sean
Really?
Dyche.
Really,
There's your man.
I think yeah.
He knows English football.
Yeah.
That's the way.
it's true.
And I mean, if he can stop the likes of Mbappe bombing down the right,
Because
We
they use
can-
a lot of. I've seen the tactics that they use. It's quite
it's so simple.
so simple.
He just
yeah.
takes it back to basics, just does the basics well. And if you can do that, then on top of that, add some little,
No, I've agreed with you on that.
you know,
Fair
add
enough.
some different players in there, and he'd had a better squad than Burnley, so he's got more to play with
Hmm,
in that sense. So
fair enough.
I do think he'd be a good fit for England.
14th. West Ham United.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's gone for it.
I think we've done exceptionally well post restart. Obviously, Mikel Antonio scoring in each 8 goals.
I swear he scored like 15 goals from restart to the end of the season.
What, Antonio?
No, it's
Yeah.
like 8 or 9.
He's scored 8.
Did he?
Jeez, what? We're not that
he
good.
scored. I thought he scored in like every game, and then but I didn't know whether he got like more than one.
Didn't
in
score
every game.
against Villa.
Well, yeah, Villa. That game was just a boring game,
It's
really.
funny. Well, no, not for me. I was stressed behind the sofa for 90
But no, I've
minutes.
gone for West Ham 14 purely because I think David Moyes has got a. He's got to grips with the West Ham squad, and I think with Rice, who I think is staying this season,
Mhm.
and so he's more of a defensive midfielder than you got Souček, who's the more of the attacking CDM. I think those two work well together, and it's yes, there is weakness in that side in our side, mainly defensively. So if we can sort that out before the window closes, I think we'll come 14th,
Since what happened with your board.
and especially with the board as well.
GSBL.
GSB out. I don't want to. I can't be bothered to go into it because I've said to you,
Yeah,
like,
please don't. We'll be here
Yeah,
all
please
night.
don't.
we'll be here all day, and it's quite. They don't know how to run the club. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
14th for me. I've gone with West Ham.
Yeah.
Similar reasons. If you sort out your defence, I feel like you could 14th, 13th. But yeah, I've gone with 14th for West Ham.
It's just bad business.
I feel like you've got a decent attack, good enough to keep you up.
Well,
But
we could have an exceptional
oh,
attack
well,
if Dean Garner stayed.
on paper it's good, but
If Dean Garner stayed, I wouldn't be. I'll probably put West Ham 13th.
no, it's not much of a difference.
Not much of a
maybe.
difference, but who knows?
I've gone for Newcastle.
Really?
Yeah.
14th.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Fraser's a good signing. Gives their squad a little bit more depth, especially in the midfield. I think that's what they needed. I think they were quite lacking in the midfield. I think they were quite relying on Route 1 football, to be honest.
and
a lot of the time
mainly
last
Saint
season.
Maximin, really.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Route 1 football. They'd either just ping it out to the left hand side or the right hand side, and St Maximin just does all this dribbly shit, and then maybe scores, maybe missed quite often,
But no,
more than scored.
Fair
But
enough.
I think if they can get some good football in and around the midfield, I think they'll do
quite
all
well.
right. I think.
All right, 15th. I think we should go through 15th to 16th, so we go 15th and 16th at the same time.
Or 15, 16, 17.
Fair enough. 15th, Brighton.
Yeah.
16th, Palace.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say 18th as well. 17th and 18th.
No, just say 17th
Villa.
for
But
17th.
for 17th. But I've gone 18th for Newcastle.
Ooh.
The reason why, so Brighton, I think they're a good enough side to stay in the league for another season.
Yeah.
I haven't really done much research on them, but I think they can just hold their weight in the Premier League.
Fair
Mm.
enough.
Then we got Palace. I think Roy Hodgson's football he's coming to his end of Palace. I think they had
Mm.
exceptional.
As a manager overall.
But no, I think the signing of Ibiri, I can't say his first name. If the signing of Eze.
Look it up on Google Translate like you did for me
No,
that time.
okay. But no, Eze's been a good signing for them, and I
Yeah.
think that's the type of player they need to get the goals for
Him and
Zaha.
Zaha. Yeah.
Mm.
But yes, they've strengthened up front, but we're at the back. I think the only player that I think is decent is Cahill.
Or their goalkeeper.
Gary Cahill was
I'm talking-
past it.
But he's past it though, and I'm saying that Cahill is doing well
Mm.
at that club anyway.
Yeah.
Then moving on to Villa. Now, I did change this after I heard the announcement of Ollie Watkins. I did put you down to get relegated,
hmm
but I think as soon as you announced the signing of Ollie Watkins, you're going to stay
I
up.
changed it as well.
Because I think Newcastle signing.
Good to see you had faith in me, guys. or us.
Well, it's more not having faith in
I don't.
Villa
You're
than
not.
you.
You're not going to have a lot of goal scoring opportunities. You have the opportunities, but I think the execution with Samata and Wesley, I don't think it'll be that good.
No, Samata, I like the guy, but he's just not great football.
And then the reason why Newcastle will be relegated for me is purely because they're signing players from relegated teams, and I don't think. I think Fraser's got an attitude. Wilson, again, attitude. I don't see Newcastle doing well, and I think this is they'll run into a brick wall where it'll be like, yeah, we need to get rid of Mike Ashley kind of thing.
Fair enough.
So
That's 15th down to 18th. There you
So
go,
I shall do 18th as well.
if you want.
Okay, may as well. So 15th, I've gone Villa. I don't know whether that's just me being biased, but I feel like we could do
I
a
think
bit
it's
better
a
than last
little
season.
bit biased, but I think we can meet in the middle of being
I can see it.
16th.
I can see it.
Yeah.
One position or two positions better, maybe. That's why I put them 15th. But I'll talk into that in a second. 16th, Brighton, and 17th, Leeds. So just missing out on getting relegated.
So a season like yours last.
Yeah, similar. I get why people can see they'll do sort of 12th, 13th, 14th, whatever. But I feel like they could just escape relegation. And 18th, I've gone Crystal Palace. I think it'll be almost like a Watford, Bournemouth, and Villa situation,
Like last. Yeah.
where it's like points in it. It comes down to last day.
Yeah.
So yeah, Villa. I'm obviously going to back my team. Brighton. I think they're going to do similar to last season. I think they'll secure their relegation or their safety from relegation earlier, not last day type thing.
You like playing with the grass, don't you?
I do. And then 17th Leeds, as I said, I don't really think they'll do great. I guess we'll find out soon. Doesn't help having Liverpool first, obviously, but you know that's obviously
You
not
just
going to
have
change the
take
season.
It, really.
And then 18th Crystal Palace. The way that I know it's not each season's different, but the way they finished last season, they lost like
They
8
were-
times in a row.
They did seem a bit scrappy. Well.
If they continue that into next season, I just can't see them staying up. If I'm honest,
No.
David.
Yeah. Go on.
So, for me,
All right. Drag it out.
yeah, just drag it out. Yeah. So in 15th, I have West Ham. I think
Mhm.
if you can put right where you went wrong last season, I think you need something more in the defence. To be honest,
Yeah.
I
That's
think
our
you
main
definitely
weakness.
need to sort that out. And if you can and address that issue, I think you can get up to 15th. If you don't, I think it's going to be a sticky one for you.
These clubs between let's say 13th to 17th, these are the type of teams that have, say for instance West Ham, we have a really good start to the season, 6 games unbeaten, and then as soon as Christmas hits, you just go downhill, and then at the end of the season, it's
I feel like Christmas time is a deciding point.
you're going to hit some turbulence at the end of the season. These are the type of clubs that will go through that stage. Really good third, bad third, and then mediocre third. I think that's the best way to kind of categorise those teams, really.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. In 16th, I've gone with Southampton because I think they rely on Ings. That is their one outlet that they rely on
I can understand,
so much.
but
They've lost. What's his name? Went to Spurs.
Holobas.
No.
Hobjorg.
Højbjerg.
That's it.
And he
I
was
was close,
he
alright.
was he was a standout performer for them last season.
Yeah.
Right.
He was solid in the defence, and I think if they don't fill that gap, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, they got a good player in Kyle Walker-Peters. That's a good
And I
signing.
think,
for
I
them.
would like. I think Shea Adams as well. I think he's at the end of restart. He started to look alive
Kick
a
up.
bit.
But I don't see Ralph Hasenhüttl doing a lot because I just don't see any sort of, how do I put it? He just doesn't seem to know what style of football to play. Like every game I see Southampton, every game I watch on Match of the Day, the highlights,
Seems
it's a
bit
different system.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, if you don't stick with one, you're never going to hit the form. You're never going to find that fluidity. So I think he just changes it too much. I just don't think he's got the expertise. But then
who's the first team getting relegated for you?
I'm on 17.
He's on 17.
Are you-
He's taking his time.
I'm taking my
Jesus
time.
Christ.
I'm logging out now, joking.
Oh, speed up with
So
him.
anyway, 17th, Villa. I
Same
think
as-
now
same as last season.
now Watkins has come in. I think there's some goal scoring threat there. I think he can link up
Watkins,
well with Grealish.
Grealish and Trezeguet.
I think that's a good attacking lineup. Get some more goals in and see more games out.
That's if Grealish stays.
He's staying.
And then I think the first team to get relegated in 18th position will be Brighton.
Right.
I don't think that their players are Premier League quality.
I would like to say,
Apart from Lewis Dunk and Matt Ryan.
and what's his name? He's a fullback. He played for Chelsea.
Oh,
I'll put a picture up somewhere here.
yeah.
That guy.
You will know who he is when this comes out.
I think I can't think of the name, but yeah,
I'll
I think
think of it in
he's
about
he's a
10
good
minutes.
he's a good prospect. I think.
Yeah. I think I know who you're on about. I can't remember his name. But yeah, I just don't think they've got enough Premier League quality within the squad to survive. So yeah, unfortunately, I think it's going to be bye-bye Brighton.
And then let's go on to the 19th and 20th position. I think we all got the same.
I think we've all got the same, haven't we?
19th Fulham, 20th West Brom.
I went the other way round.
I've gone
I went-
19th West Brom, 20th
Yeah,
Fulham.
that's the way I've got my 19th West
I don't
Brom,
think.
Fulham 20th.
I
I think Fulham have got good players,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't like. We were talking about this on our
leave the
fantasy
grass
chat.
alone. I know it's Mother Nature. but
We were talking about it on our fantasy chat, and we all agreed with that. We just don't think that Mitrovic is going to get the service.
I think he's going to be.
He's
injured.
going to be very
he's gonna
isolated.
Be injured quite a lot of the season. I think.
I don't even think it's going to be the injury. I just think he's going to be
He's quite-
isolated.
No,
I
it's-
think
it's
playing a
down to
lone
injury.
striker in the Premier League with the style of football that Fulham play.
I think they needed another season in the Championship to gel that team and kind of get an
Yeah.
understanding for Scott
I
Parker.
think
Really.
it partly comes down to that, but it's partly due to the fact that they're trying to play it through the midfield and sort of looking for those through balls or balls over the top. But teams are going to press high in the Prem. I don't think Fulham are ready for that.
Yeah.
I've not really seen a lot of West Brom, to be honest, so I can't really comment. But my main thing was just they've not made any signings. I don't think.
They've only made Mateus Pereira from I want to say Sporting
Yeah, I
Sporting
don't know.
Lisbon.
I can't
I
remember that.
want to say that, but I'm probably wrong. And then Diangana, I think that's an exceptional signing for them.
Yeah,
Poor business from us. Sorry, it has to come back to us.
yeah. But I mean, I just don't think they've got the squad.
I
I
don't.
thought you were going to have a go at me because I thought you were going to be like, oh, you're being biased, you hate West Brom. But you've got the
no,
same,
no,
so it's
no,
fine.
but I think I can't see how they see Charlie Austin as a talisman.
No.
I don't see that.
I think
And Robson Canu.
he's getting old.
Nah. Their striking force. I think they have the quality to get the goals, but the execution is not there, and their defence just is not good for the Premier League.
Okay, so let's get back on to our top 9. This is the run into the Europa League, Champions League, and inevitably who is going to win the title. Now, for me, in
We'll go-
9th position, I have and 9th and 8th. So we're going to do 9th and 8th, and we're just going to do 2 at a time until we get up to nearer the top. So for me, in 9th and 8th, 9th Sheffield United, 8th Spurs.
I
Because
think the Spurs thing is a bit biased.
Spurs
Yeah.
may be a bit biased, but I just don't think they've not. Harry Kane is not in form at the minute.
But
I
you
think-
don't know he could pick up form.
Yeah, but then Son and Lucas Moura.
I think
could
I have a
drop form.
perfect argument to that when I get to it.
Yeah, Jan Vertonghen gone. Like, what's his name? Alderweireld, not all that. Lloris, dodgy.
But I mean, signings from
Joe Hart.
Doherty.
Yeah, Joe Hart, you know.
Doherty
Yeah, that's
will
a
be a
good
good
signing.
signing.
Doherty's a good signing. I did find that quite funny when he was like, yes, I'm a huge Arsenal fan, just going to delete that.
And what was your 8?
No, 8th, Spurs were 8th,
Oh,
and then Sheffield United were my
Sheffield
9th.
United 9th.
Okay, exactly.
So,
who have you gone
yeah, I
for
just-
9th and 8th?
9th I've gone Everton, and 8th I've gone Leicester.
Oh, okay.
Don't think Leicester will grab European
I've-
Championship.
I've
Champions
gone
League
the same for
football.
Leicester. Leicester will finish 8th. Southampton will finish 9th.
Southampton.
Southampton.
Wow.
I think Southampton,
I could see that.
under Hasenhüttl, I think he's got an understanding of his team. I think they'll.
Hmm.
I think his style of football. I mean, I did watch a bit I watched the game when he was in Germany, and I think it was quite an entertaining football.
Trouble is, that's German football.
But I think he's got to grips now with the Premier League. And I think he'll do quite well.
Maybe.
So yeah,
I think I'm going to have to agree to disagree
So yeah,
on,
that's fine.
Leicester 8th and Southampton 9th. Like I said, Leicester, they kind of after restart they kind of just went downhill.
Mhm.
And I think if Brendan Rodgers doesn't really sort that out, he will be gone. And then they'll finish just above the halfway line.
Fair enough.
And then I'll kick us into 7th.
Yeah, 7th and 6th.
7th and 6th. So my 7th and 6th
Oh,
are Wolves and United.
Man United.
hmm
Jesus Christ.
I'm skeptical because United seem to have this thing where 1 minute the dog's bollocks and the next minute the wheels are just falling off Ole's bus. Like they're so up and down, it is ridiculous,
Right.
and I just don't think you can do that in the Prem.
How do you think they'll cope in the Champions League?
I don't know. I think
they'll-
certain players will cope okay, but I think they've got a few players that aren't gonna.
They're not at the caliber where they were 20 years ago.
Yeah.
They won't
not
get out of
even
the
at the
group
caliber
stages.
they were 10 years ago.
They'll
let
come
alone-
third in the group stages and go into Europa League, I think.
Yeah, I think for United, as soon as Fergie left, that was it. Downhill from there.
Right.
I think Ole sort of brought it back up a little bit, but other than that, not really. And I think Wolves, I think their players are going to get very tired because they're not used to playing Europa League football and playing
Premier League.
and playing Premier League as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to be able to keep that up.
Go on, Zach, who's
For
your-
me, 7th, I've gone Wolves, and 6th, I've gone Tottenham. I think Tottenham will finish same as they did last year. I think they'll get a few good wins, but then, I mean,
Fair enough.
I thought I'd better be nice because I know you two hate Tottenham, so viewers will want an unbiased opinion.
My 7th and 6th. I'm also going to 5th to kick us in. 7th, I've gone for Everton. I think they won't hit Europa League, but because of the signings they've made, they're definitely up there.
Right.
6th and 5th is either Arsenal or Spurs.
I swear to God, make the right choice.
6th is Arsenal, Spurs is 5th.
Yeah.
Now, listen. Spurs have the better squad than you do at
What?
the minute. But your team,
Why did you say that?
your team has so much more potential than Jose's team.
A better squad.
But you have so much potential. Your team is not there yet. You've only have two players that are there yet. I think
I was
Mourinho,
debating whether to do Arsenal 6th.
but I think you're definitely winning a trophy this season. You're definitely winning a trophy this season.
You think they'll get another FA Cup or?
It's another FA Cup.
I want a double of Europa League and FA Cup. And get
Right.
Champions League, whether that's in the
I
league or
knew
through
David
Europa
was
League.
going to go.
My 6th and 5th. 6th,
Well, you put 6th.
Tottenham. Oh yeah, I've done that. So my 5th is Arsenal.
Yes.
I think they'll make Europa League. I don't think.
Boost his ego.
I don't think they'll make top 4 like David reckoned to me at one point, but I think they'll make Europa League and I don't. Depending, because they might. Obviously, they could win the Europa League this season, which means they'll
Get on with it.
make it into. Shut up! I'm just talking. But anyway, yeah, Arsenal 5th.
I'm going to shot you both.
Wait, hang on. I'm going to say
It's going to put Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Mhm.
Nope.
City.
In 5th, Arsenal. I
We've all
do
gone the
not,
same.
honestly,
I know you.
I think top 4, it would be nice.
Oh, here we go. 10 minutes of him blathering.
Well, no. I'm just going to say, this is the only fact I'm going to say. It's like, it would be nice, but I think it's a little bit too soon.
It's way too
But
soon.
if it happens,
You should be.
definitely going to take it.
You should be excited.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. I'm absolutely buzzing for new season. Like,
Yeah.
fresh start, and actually start with a decent manager. So,
Alright.
let's go.
We'll do 4th and 3rd.
4th and 3rd.
I've
Tom?
gone for 4th Man United, 3rd Chelsea.
Right.
I think
Okay.
Man United have made a perfect signing for Donny van der Beek.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's him, Bruno and Pogba is a force to be reckoned with. I think they'll provide so many
With Rashford and Martial at top.
Greenwood as well.
Greenwood as well.
They're definitely scoring a lot of goals this season, and I think they could have improved with their defence, but I think that's for another time.
Yeah.
The goals though will counter that, and I think Dean Henderson will will be filling the boots of David De Gea.
David De Gea will be
after
gone.
4 games, I think Dean Henderson will be number 1.
He
Fair
will be
enough.
number 1 by the end of the season at least,
At
if not
least.
even after 4 games.
And then Chelsea, I don't think they have the consistency.
No.
Yes, they've done massive business over the last, well, because obviously they had the transfer ban over the
Chelsea,
last.
can I just point in here? Chelsea is so lucky FFP got banned or got scrapped for this season because of COVID.
Mm.
Like seriously, they're so lucky because 193 million. Okay.
And possibly more.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely more.
But no Declan Rice for you boys. So yeah, Man United and Chelsea. What about 4th and 3rd?
I'm going to shock you, but I've gone 4th Man United, 3rd City.
Whoa. Okay.
Um,
He's gone in
I
for
think
it.
Chelsea. I know, despite
Back
what
your
you've just
statement.
said, I think Chelsea will do better than last season. I think. Yeah, they'll crack on with the season. They'll start off well, and start off well.
Okay.
I mean, as they start.
Well, you're going to get slated
For me,
from our 5 viewers.
I think for me, 4th is Leicester.
Right.
I think they can continue their form. I think if Vardy continues to score and Maddison and Chilwell stay, not Chilwell, he's gone.
Chilwell's gone.
I keep forgetting that. If Maddison stays fit, I think him and Vardy can do some damage for
There's
Leicester.
only those two, maybe Tielemans, but
Maybe
Perez?
Tielemans. I think
He's
Tielemans and
come.
Perez need to step up now. I think now's the
Yeah.
time to say, okay, if we step up, we can continue that good run of form. And then 3rd, I've gone with Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm with
Same.
Tom on this one. I think made the good signings, but I just don't think they have the consistency. It's just not there. Maybe the new signings will bring that. We'll have to wait and see. But at the minute, I just don't think they've got the consistency.
now,
Big one.
who is coming second? Who's going to miss out on silverware? And the team that's going to miss out silverware for me this season is Liverpool.
Really?
I think Liverpool will. Cut. So yeah, I put Liverpool second purely because I want. Right, the reason why I've gone for Liverpool finishing seconds is because it's second season syndrome. I don't think they'll find the form.
You realise that's just for newly promoted teams?
Yeah, but no, but I'm just saying like Liverpool.
You don't think they can hold on?
They don't. I don't think they have the. I think Liverpool fans can agree. I don't think they have the
Willpower.
depth in the squad
Okay.
in the attacking areas. I think they already have
that
Salah
I would
and
agree
Mane, and then Firmino, and
There's-
that's it.
there's-
You can say Minamino, but that's it, really.
There's a massive gap between the level that their starting strikers are at and the level that
Well,
stop
they
laughing.
play their like third side attacking.
Yeah, I think you go from like first team world class to academy.
Yeah,
There's no in between,
and then
they need that depth.
I think, and then Man City will just be angry that they missed out, and they'll be a force to be reckoned with. Why did it say me fly? Jesus.
Hang on, you put Liverpool 3rd?
Second.
Oh, 2nd.
Man City will be champions.
I was going to say you confused me a little bit there because you said City will miss out.
No,
Okay.
I said Liverpool will miss out.
Oh, so you said City.
City will be a force to be reckoned with.
Mm-hmm.
And who have you agreed with me or you disagree? Give them out.
I've gone with Liverpool 2nd and Chelsea 1st.
Ooh.
Reason being, I know
He-
you said that
This
they can
guy
be
loves Chelsea.
inconsistent.
Chelsea is his second team.
No, it's not. I'll tell you that's another story. I think Chelsea. I just think they'll crack on with it. As I said, they'll win the league. I think it'll be a last day thing. I think it'll be between, like it was the other season, between Liverpool and City. I think it'll be between
Well, two seasons
a couple
ago.
seasons ago. It'll be between Liverpool and Chelsea. I think he's already had a few seasons under management, but yeah, Liverpool 2nd, Chelsea 1st. I reckon it'll be around the 80-90 point mark.
I think this season's definitely going to be a low scoring season for who's finishing first. It'll be very close, I think.
Last day, last week sort of thing.
Yeah. What about you, David? You agreed with Zach or me, basically?
You know we can't have it without one of us going the other way. I've gone for
Liverpool
City
first.
2nd, Liverpool winning it again.
Right,
Because I mean, even though they don't have that strength in depth, especially in attack, I still think they're just phenomenal.
Alright,
Klopp is
speak up
just
a bit.
well. I mean, just
Klopp is just
You're in
like,
awe.
words.
That's what you are. You're in awe.
Yeah, because like you, I can't even find the words to describe Klopp because he's just such a character, he's so calm when he's just like even when they're drawing and there's like 85 minutes and they need to find a winner. He's so calm.
Well, and then as soon as the goal goes in,
And as
he's
soon as the
running
goal
across
goes
all
in,
the way
running
over there.
across the pitch, yeah. But I love that about him. He's so passionate. I'd love that. That's what football misses a lot of the time. Football needs that passion. Okay, so I'm going to say this now. In May, or whenever the season finishes,
May.
we will look back on this video, and I swear to God, if we
We'll
predict
do a
this,
reaction sort of video.
if we predict this right, can you imagine the
Imagine
scene?
the scenes if Chelsea win it now.
No, imagine the
You'll look
scenes
like
if we
right fools.
if one
I
of
think,
us has
I think we
predicted
have to do,
it.
someone has to do a forfeit of like wearing
Who's the
oppo-
worst out? There's
or
points.
Who wears the opponent's shirt? So I wear Spurs, you wear Birmingham, Spurs,
Oh.
and then whoever gets the least if you get under 5 right, you have to do a forfeit.
Oh boy.
We'll think about it.
We'll think about
it's
it.
in the
We've got
works.
like a year to think about it. Not really, but you know.
Pretty much.
We've got like 9 months.
Anyway, so that's the
That's-
video wrapped up.
First video of the new season done.
We hope you
Yes.
enjoyed it. We hope you didn't get too angry. And well, make sure to subscribe as we said earlier. Follow us on Twitter as well, Shot on Target 1.
We're not very active.
we're not
on
very
that.
We're
active.
not very active on the Twitter, but you know,
We'll
just
try.
follow it
Give us
anyway.
a follow anyway.
Notification
And
bells.
Notification bell, and
Yes.
that's it. See
And
you next
remember,
week.
it's not Monday at 6 p.m. anymore, so make
No,
sure you keep
You
in a
can't tell your
lookout.
story
I
anymore.
can't tell my story.
Thank
See you
God.
next week.
See you next week.
See ya.